quiet night in southwestern Queensland, we started our travels south back into New South Wales. Just saved this guy off the road, my first ever Queensland shingleback. I can't believe how pretty it is. Look at the gold coloration, and he's not happy. So good. We're on our way back into New South Wales. So stoked. After 8 hours driving, we made it to our home for the next couple nights, a beautiful homestead on the banks of the Darling River. Later that night, we decided to switch up herping styles and opted to flip tin in hopes of finding some reptiles sleeping. We did this because of the full moon, where usually reptile activity would be at a minimum. After being in their range for nearly the whole trip, we were starting to worry that we weren't going to see a mulga snake. Luckily, this adult was found sheltering under this piece of tin. Mulgas have a large range across Australia, with many different colour forms depending on where they come from. These larger leopards have on average the largest venom yield out of any Australian snake, using it to tackle anything they can catch, which also includes other venomous snakes. The next morning, we cruised around the dirt roads of Gundabooka to try and spot some reptiles. If you look on the high points of logs and dirt mounds, you could nearly guarantee you'll spot one of these cool little dragons. Central netted dragons like to shelter in little burrows and never stray too far from one. This was by far the largest family of emus any of us have ever seen. Parenting in the emu world falls upon the shoulders of the father, where they have to raise all their young to adulthood. They are also the second largest species of bird, behind the ostrich in Africa. It was pretty cool to see this very large male lace monitor on the red dirt. Lace monitors are sexually dimorphic, with the males being much larger than the females. Later that afternoon, we come across another large male. The black and white colouring and pattern is what we call a Bell's phase. An interesting study recently showed the majority of the Western animals exhibit this pattern compared to their Eastern counterparts. Right as the sun was setting, we were lucky enough to stumble across yet another mulga. I don't think any of us will ever get sick of seeing these snakes. favourite traits of the mulga snakes are these bluff lunges. They flatten their necks to make themselves appear larger, like their distant cousins, the cobras. All this bluffing is to hopefully scare their predator to give themselves enough time to escape. Another unexpected find was this bandy, blind snake specialists that are found in a very wide range of habitats. Although virtually harmless to humans, bandies are still elapids with front fixed fangs and a weak venom.
So we're finishing up our time here at Gundabooka. It's been an awesome trip.
So awesome.
I think we're just saying we got 63
species.
63 species.
I think there might
trip.
have been a few things we didn't bother to ID because they like to tell us and they're so hard. But
it's been awesome.
It's been good fun.
Yeah.
Seen some cool animals.
Seen some very good animals.
Yeah.
Lots of photos to go through when we get home.
Oh yeah, and heaps of inspiration for
habitat shots and stuff. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're heading off anyway. Kai's heading. He's going to keep travelling on. He's going one night Yathong tonight, so we'll do the big trip home. All right, guys, catch you.
There were quite a few bearded dragons basking this particular afternoon. Crazy how prolific they can be throughout their range. Unfortunately, not the red barred dragons we were hoping for. This sand monitor was super tolerant with me, allowing me to get reasonably close to get some photos.
First proper gecko of the night. We did see a Dotella earlier. Southern spiny-tailed gecko, new species for the trip. Species number 64 for me, or Amy and I. Love these little geckos, they're so cool. Well, this is a bit of a tease when you're looking for knob-tailed geckos. This is actually a different species. This is a Underwoodosaurus millie, or a thick-tailed gecko. They look pretty similar to these knob-tailed geckos we're looking for, but these guys are really common. We find them all the time at home. Still cool to see one. New species for the trip, but we'll keep looking for our target species. This is probably one of the coolest skinks we have in Australia. This is a broad-banded sand swimmer. They are pretty common, but first time I've seen one this big. These guys have smooth scales for burying through the sand, but you can commonly see them at night like this. Alright, we'll let him go and we'll try to find these knob-tailed geckos. Another awesome little creature. This is an eastern beaked gecko. They're called a beaked gecko because they've got this really pointy nose and mouth. They're very, very small geckos. The phone's struggling to focus on it. You'll see some photos of it. I've got my macro lens on, so you'll get a better look at it then. Pretty cool little find. Alright, we'll keep cruising. Another species of gecko for the night. This is a box pattern gecko. These guys are pretty common in West New South Wales. Very pretty species of gecko. Look at that pattern. This one especially. It's gorgeous.
The next morning, on the way out of the reserve, we come across another sandy basking in the morning sun. We also managed to find 4 shinglebacks, but I only ended up filming this one. Before the video ends, I just wanted to thank everyone who has been watching the videos. Michael and I really appreciate all the support as we try to improve. Next season will be very good for videos, with Michael heading to North Queensland and I will be heading to Central Australia, which will mean more herping coming your way. Anyway, I hope to catch you in the next one. Thanks guys for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and follow our Instagrams down below.